Having played around with various ways of doing lead captures and having pop-up boxes and sidebar widgets and all kinds of stuff like that, I've used free ones, and I've come back to the conclusion that if you're really serious about things, you need to have a paid plugin to do lead capture. Thrive Leads is my preferred one. Great bit of software, well supported. If we scroll down, let's have a look at some of the features. It's got a very nice designer. The targeting is superb. We'll have a look at that in a minute. You can do A/B testing, and you get some great reports out of it. So there are different types of things that it will actually generate, which is one of the reasons I really like this, because you can pick different ways of doing things and try different things out. So the usual kind of pop-up over the top kind of display is one option. Having a sticky ribbon so that scrolls, stays as you scroll. It will handle the opt-ins at the end of content or in the middle of content. So you can put things inside the content themselves, and you can either place that manually or you can get it to insert it. It will do two-step opt-ins, so you don't have to do things straight away. You can do a slide in at the bottom and do opt-in widgets at the side. And then on top of that, it's got some very nice looking designs. So it's covering quite a lot of stuff, and let's have a little look at behind the scenes. So a little bit, there's some analytics. Can use shortcodes, links with a whole load of different things, and then the shocking bit, one site 59. So let's have a look at that on my side. So here's the overall dashboard. You can see today's summary. It's early in the morning, so not much going on. I have a couple of different things that I have set up. So I have several things set up. If we click inside this Getting the Squeeze page done, you'll see that here's all the different types of things that you can put in, including using if you're into PHP code, you can get a bit of script for doing that. I'm running a lightbox that pops up. I'm also running a widget on the side, and you can see the current conversion rates for those, which are fairly good for something that's that appears all the time. You can got quite a lot of control over the display. So let's go and have a look at one of these. So let's have a look at the widget which appears on the sidebar. So I've gone in here. Here's the overall information on it. Let's just go a little further and click on Edit, so we can go into the editor. So there's my my form that I have in the sidebar, linked up to my autoresponder code. You can see it uses the nice looking editor, which is kind of built on the top of the code from the Thrive Builder. If you want to use that to edit your themes, not something I particularly do, but it does. This particular editor does have nice features when you come to setting up these kind of things. You can do quite a lot with it. So you can see there's a lot of different features that you can put into that. It's not just a sort of standard thing. The usual kind of, I can put an image in, I can put a text in, I can put a sign-up box in. You've got a lot more, which is the reason that it's a paid-for plugin. Let's just go back one, and we'll add a new group, and we'll just work through it. Come up with an imaginative name. And if I scroll down, I can get to that particular group. Let's create a lightbox. So I'm just going to add in a lightbox. Create a form. I'm afraid I'm going to have another really imaginative name there, test form. And then let's go and edit. Okay, so it's given us some nice templates to start with. So let's say we want to use, let's use that one. Let's see what happens with that one. So there you go. It's put in everything we could do with, and you can then go off and click on individual things, and you get all the settings that you'd expect to have on that particular feature, or you can drag in new things. So if you wanted a new bit of text to appear here, There you go, there's that new bit of text. We can delete it. You can bring in all kinds of different bits of content, including your own custom HTML. And let's have a look if we wanted to connect that up. You should have connect with service, which goes off and will allow you to connect with the different types of autoresponder. I'm not going to take you through that. So hopefully you get a bit of a sense of the power of these of this editor. It does have the ability to create two-stage pop-ins, which is what this is going on about, the default states. That's one for their tutorial videos, which are very good. If you do a preview, we can see what that looks like. So there it is. So it's pretty much a WYSIWYG editor. Quickly switching back to the main editor. The other things that you can do, let's get rid of that, are to create shortcodes. So there's a little shortcode that I've used. So I'm controlling when that particular opt-in page appears, and obviously two-step opt-ins. There's some nice little things for creating those down the bottom here. There is a reporting section which goes off and gives you some more details. Let's have a quick look at that. And I haven't looked at targeting. I'll show you that in a second. Okay, so you can go off and get conversion reports for all the different pages that you have active. If we go back one, let's have a look at some of the targeting. So look at the targeting. So basically this controls when this particular thing appears. So you can control which pages it appears on, any particular pages you want to exclude, which categories, which posts, which pages, which particular templates within your setup that it appears on. Different post types if you're using those for things, whether it appears on the archive pages, and there's a few other options whether they're logged in or not logged in. So, and you can save those templates away so that you can use those on other things. So hopefully it's given you a bit of a whistle-stop tour. If we just have a look at my site, you'll see the end result of the certainly the sidebar widget. And if you were to visit it yourself, you would see the pop-up if you tried to exit. So there's that sidebar widget that we designed. Looks very much like the one that we set up in the first place. Yeah, it was very much a WYSIWYG type editor. So hopefully you've seen the power of that and the extent to which Thrive Leads gives you so many more options. And I hope you have a good time with it.